This October surprise that the Democrats cooked up is a complete and total failure. I don't know why they thought that this was going to be like the smoking gun that would end the Trump campaign, but that's what CNN and all these media outlets were hyping it up to be. Oh my God, the Jack Smith report that the judge got out there for the public to see. Oh my God, all this like horrible stuff. Trump is a criminal. Yeah, it's something that everyone has been aware of as far as all the criminal charges against him and everything that he's been accused of. This is not a new revelation. The whole Jack Smith report that got out there is just about as useful and as important as like just a typical New York Times op-ed from some liberal about how horrible Trump is. It really doesn't have anything of substance in it that is like, oh my God, these new revelations about how horrible Trump is. Like, it's pretty much this. If you think that Trump is a horrible person and this evil criminal, you already made up your mind long before yesterday, right? But for someone else who was just your standard person who just like doesn't know who they're voting for, or they know they're voting for Trump, they're not gonna be like, oh God, I guess I have to vote for Kamala now. I have to vote for Harris because of this report. It's just, oh my God, Trump's a criminal. Even Fox News jumped on it a little bit. I saw Neil Cavuto, who's always been a little suspicious as far as his ideological standing, but he would always he said when that report came out that it's this is damning. It makes Trump is a criminal and all this stuff, and I'm like, really. And then I love how it said breaking news all over the headlines yesterday. Breaking news. Like, this is this really breaking news, or this stuff that people have already realized and understand at this point? What whether you agree, like whatever you believe one way or the other about Trump, this isn't a needle mover at all. And it's like, after JD Vance's amazing performance and how well he did against Tim Walz on that VP debate, and the Doug Emhoff allegations. Yes, the assault allegations against him. Seems like a real upstanding guy. Of course, that's being swept under the rug. They're not talking about that. And it just proves that these people on the left who talk about morals, about how moral they are and how they believe in, doing the right thing and this and that and, whatever other fucking bullshit that they spew. They talk about that, but at the same time, it's like, oh yeah, Trump needs to be stopped because he's such a horrible person. And, we're saying all these things because of how bad Trump is, but then when something bad is done by one of their guys, by one of their people, then it's radio silence. You don't hear anything. Because if they were actually morally consistent, if they actually had any moral values, then they'd be speaking up about Doug Emhoff. But they're not, because it makes the Harris campaign look bad, and all they care about is Team Blue winning, and nothing else matters to them. So they don't actually believe in anything morally. And even the whole Me Too movement. You want to talk about that? Remember Tara Reid and the allegations against Joe Biden? Oh, well, we're going to dismiss that easily. We don't believe her. Talk about, we believe all survivors. We believe everyone who says that they've been assaulted and so forth. And then when Tara Reid comes out with her allegation against Biden, nothing. We don't believe that one. That's obviously politically motivated. That's obviously fake. But everything against Trump and everything against these Republicans are 100% real and authentic all the time. Love how that goes, right? So this is just, yeah, they gotta do something. They gotta come up with something better than that if they want a real game-changing October surprise on there. Like, this is not it. It's definitely not. I wonder if Trump's got one of his own. I mean, the Doug Emhoff story is pretty good, but we'll see if anything else is going to happen. I mean, it's pretty early in October, and we're like 33 days from the election, so there's still a lot that can happen between now and then. It seems like there's no more debates or anything, so it's just pretty much whatever's going to happen is going to happen. The election, I feel, has already been decided at this point. That is my gut feeling here. Whatever's, whoever, if you vote for Harris, if you vote for Trump, if you support one or the other, I think there's very few people that are like genuine swing voters at this point. It could though be like 2% of the voting population. That could be enough to drastically change the outcome in a lot of these states that are polling within 1 to 2%. All these swing states are. So yeah, it's definitely fascinating. So we'll see how things shake out. But yeah, this is nothing. The whole Jack Smith thing is just bullshit.